You either choose dumb bitches or you are a boring motherfucker that gets boring.
Damn.
And welcome back to another semi-mukbang episode of The Careful Boys. Everybody's still eating their Sonora Town right now. We always call these mukbangs, but nobody ever like eats volume-wise to like the camera and the microphone. You gotta make sound effects while you like smack.
Isn't that ASMR?
Yeah, but like mukbang, I guess so, you're right.
I don't think people like that though, right?
It is kind of funny that we never eat Asian, like, you know, like how they be eating those like weird clams and shit that look like dicks.
It's also funny that we're always eating the same thing.
Our mukbang is like mad LA, just...
Okay, well here's another reminder for everybody out there to please help us survive by subscribing to our Patreon, where you can contribute articles like this one submitted by Ben Wong.
Hey Ben.
Hey,
Ben Wong.
He gave us a direct MIB butthole, which is actually really good because usually the ones that are submitted on Reddit are like, it's very clear what the answer should be.
Yeah.
I think this one's gonna be an interesting one.
Cool.
Okay. Can my salsa can.
He says,
That's Can's arm, by the way.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
just recently I've got into a really serious fight in a long time with my girlfriend.
Your girlfriend's always right. You're an asshole.
By chance I saw a guy text her, and I know I might be in the wrong, but I looked into the conversation and their long convos were ongoing day in and day out for almost 2 weeks now. She said it's just a mutual friend of the newlyweds that she met at a wedding party, and I was there during that wedding as well, and she said he knows that she's attached. I've been cheated on before. This situation is kind of the start behind the previous reason that led to my ex cheating on me. I did not really look into the specifics, but at a glance for the whole conversation, they were really trying to get to know each other. She said she is not the person with many friends, so she threw me back into a question asking if it was wrong for her to have friends. In my POV, if roles are reversed, I would respect my partner by keeping things really casual and nothing too deep and too frequent, like having the conversation from morning till midnight and continuing in the morning again for 2 weeks and continuing.
Oh.
She's getting horny.
One thing led to another, and although I have told myself that she deserves her own circle, and I need to have my own as well, however, perhaps it's because of my jealous tendencies that leads me to having this argument. Am I the butthole for even being insecure and looking into their conversation? And what would you guys have handled?
He's asking the wrong question. He should be asking, why am I so cheatable?
Damn.
That's a good
The
question.
first girl's cheating on him. The second girl's clearly cheating on him.
He too nice.
That's the double matrix.
Fuck.
You either choose dumbass bitches or you are a boring motherfucker that gets boring.
Damn.
And if you don't answer that question, the third chick's gonna cheat on you too.
Hey, that got real way fast.
That's a good way to tackle the topic, I think. That's a good place to start.
That's if you want to go double matrix.
Well, to be fair, anything introspective is always going to be helpful.
Because that's what you can control, right? You can control how you talk to other ladies, how you let these behaviors slide.
No, they should be so introspective to the point where they're low self-esteem and then they just feel like failures.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah.
Damn.
I don't think he means that one, but yeah, damn.
I mean, look, man. If you're boring, bro. Like, but what can we do to fix it?
Bro, I want to know exactly what was said. Because for me, when you're in a relationship, how much do you really want to make new friends of the other gender? Like, that's just me. Like, I could be cool with someone, but I don't want to fucking really take this girl out to go shooting guns with me. I'd rather take Subin.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Or like, if you already have friends, well, I guess this might actually defend her point. But if you already have friends, time is limited. Why would you want to make new friends, whether it's a guy or a girl? You want to go back and hang out with your boys. But if her point is, I don't even have friends, I can kind of see why she's thirsting for some type of attention outside of her relationship.
I also wonder, like, you think about your own relationships. Who do you text from morning to midnight?
Yeah.
That's true.
Like for an extended period of time?
Only my Postmates when they can't find my address.
Unless y'all just have like jokes, like
You text them randomly throughout the week, you piece of shit.
Only if I have shit to do with them the next day.
No, but like continuously, like continuing conversation for
Yeah.
like 2 weeks?
Nope.
Just getting to know each other.
What she's missing or desperately missing is a connection that you guys don't have. And it's maybe she's not even being malicious, but she has a connection with this guy,
And she's seeking it out.
and it's and it's masked in a I'm just making new friends. But it might also move so fast at a rate that she's not even understanding, and she's like, "Oh fuck, I am cheating." You know, like sometimes you're moving faster than your brain can process.
2 weeks might be like genuinely to like her intention and her heart. It genuinely is like innocent,
Yeah.
you know. But then like 2 more weeks down the line, suddenly like, oh dude, I am thinking about this person.
I did jack him off through his pockets.
Yeah. The other side of the coin too is like she could be manipulating it a little bit, like because there is that potential where somebody could be like actively lying and be like, "Nah, he's just a friend," you know.
Or she's in denial.
Yeah, or that too. It could be both.
Feels so simple. Where like if you just know, like if she's got to know she's got that kind of guy that would worry that much about that, right?
I mean, if they had an argument about it, she knows now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So like if you really care about your partner and they're tripping about anything, whatever it is, if you're not making adjustments for that or breaking it off, you got to make a choice, really.
Yeah.
Because either you work with what they are okay with and not okay with, because that's what it is, right? It's whatever rules you set for your relationship. Yeah. If you're at the point where you got to like be asking the world, like, you're not coming closer to the solution. Yeah. It's right there. It's just like, can you accommodate how I feel about it or not? That's
So do you feel like the good move is to set a boundary with this lady?
I think the boundary's been set.
Yeah.
And I think
She's breaking it.
she is questioning the boundary by saying, "But don't you want me to have friends?" So now I think it's up to the dude to go, that's how she feels about your boundaries.
Exactly.
Are you down to move forward with that?
I don't think you can't make anything stricter because that pushes people away.
That's true.
So whatever you currently have, you've just found the point where you're not meeting.
Yeah.
A choice just has to be made. Like, you want to stick with this, or you want to like, because you don't want to force anybody to be like. No.
Because if I put myself in the girl's shoes, right? Like, if Hannah was like, "Hey, I don't feel comfortable with your friendship with fucking Rachel or whatever," and then let's say I just met Rachel at my friend's fucking wedding. It's a new friend. And then I'm like, you know what? And then we have a common interest, and it's strictly platonic. We just really like fucking Pokemon or whatever it is. And
I mean, Pokemon.
poke each other. Whoever I'm with is more important than the new person I met.
Yep.
So if she's like, I'm uncomfortable, even if it comes out of jealousy,
whatever.
I don't give a fuck, because the goal is to make sure that we're solid, and then it's like, okay,
You have no tie to this person.
I don't have to fucking, fuck it, you know? To me, that doesn't make any sense why she's actually going around and saying, well, you don't fucking trust me? Fuck you. Maybe it's not about that. Maybe it's just that relationship, even if you are being platonic, you're having so much, you're giving so much more attention there. And maybe he feels like there's less bonding going on in our relationship, because you like this new toy that's going on right now. I don't know.
But that's why I feel like you're on something with the, like, why is he so cheatable? Because I think most people, if they're like, fucking hierarchy of needs, right? If their like hierarchy of needs are met, it is easy to respect boundaries. But if she does have a giant void of connection or intimacy or whatever that is, that she's just not even aware of yet, if she has that giant void, she's just trying to fill it, and so like that's probably where she came up with the, well, how come I can't just have friends?
Right.
That's just the only way she can articulate that.
That's the biggest question, is why she got no friends.
Well, that definitely makes sense, because I think
she has zero fucking friends?
I mean, I'm sure it's not zero, but I mean, like with me and Smack, we kind of had the same thing where I would also encourage her to like spend more time with friends too, because there's some parts about whether she wants to talk about certain things or she has different concerns. I don't think I connect with it as well as a friend would. I'm like, you shouldn't dump everything on me, because then I can't be responsible for every facet of how you feel. You know what I mean? Like, same deal with like the stuff I can talk about in here with you guys. I told her too. I'm like, it's gonna be uneven because I'm spoiled by having this. I can get all this shit off my chest like here, and then you don't gotta like hear it from me where it feels redundant. But you don't have a JK News on your side where you're gonna feel like everything you want to say is gonna have to be to me because there's no one around. So I'm like, spend more time away. Like, have those different things so that it's not all here.
Or get a TV and yell at it or something.
Yeah.
That is a hilarious dynamic that I had to get used to.
Yeah, it's
Just being
different.
like so all talked out here,
Yeah,
and then like
exactly.
being on the phone with the wife at night and being like, I don't want to talk
Exactly.
about anything.
Yeah, because then it feels like we've gotten to situations where I'm like, don't you got anything positive to say about anything? Because like all of her negative feelings are saved until I'm there.
That's
And I'm just
true.
like, dude, this sucks. Like, tell me something nice about somebody. You know, like we'll get in those.
Make me laugh the way Nick did.
Yeah. But that's because like we talk our shit here, and then we come home to a girl, and all that's left is like, oh my baby. You know what I mean? Like, so I understand that it's unfair, but then also like it's different if, like you were saying, if there's a part of her that she's not able to get from me, and it's only from another dude. That's a problem on my end.
Yeah.
Like that's
Like
not
if a guy was like, I'll hear you out on everything.
Exactly. Like that's not a she's being an asshole. That's like I'm inefficient or like I'm not sufficiently providing that.
Yeah.
You guys are really mature.
Yeah, that's a very, very good way to put it. There's even a number of like, you know, closer girlfriends that I've had that when I got to a serious point in my relationship with Nina, I like, it didn't cut them off, but like naturally it's just like, there's no more just like, hey, let's go grab coffees or like, you know, those like one-on-ones. It's like, if it's like really a catch-up, I haven't seen you in like a year, sure. But like any of the how you doing type random stuff, like, all that stuff had to just end. Yeah. You know, just like, and it wasn't even a problem. It's nothing she ever brought up. It's just
naturally
like,
happens.
Yeah,
It's
I
called
also
respect.
just don't want to like foster anything that like maybe whatever, even for my own sanity, you know. So I agree, like in the sense that like she shouldn't be doing that, but at the same time, like she's doing it for a reason. I'm not saying she's like a terrible person. I just think the only thing that you can help or fix is like your own kind of like understanding of yourself.
Yeah.
But isn't that kind of like dating level talking though? Morning till night, 2 weeks straight, every
That's what I
day.
mean.
Yeah, that's
Like,
different.
It just could be that common. Who knows?
I could only imagine me doing that with someone where it's like shared hobby. Fucking my wife don't give a fuck about it. My friends don't give a fuck about it. And then it's like, this is the only person that would talk about tuna the way I talk about tuna.
I bet they're not talking about tuna though. I bet they're talking about like.
But that's the only example that I've had where sometimes this new person that's like, we have this like, we want to talk about this thing. Yeah. Because we're really into like shooting right now.
talking
or
about
whatever.
technical things about shooting.
I could talk to them about this for 5 hours. And then my wife is kind of boring because right now, this new shiny thing, and like finally someone wants to talk about my hobby where everyone else is tired of me talking about it. You know?
You know what's different too, which I notice, is that like depending on someone's confidence level, they have such a different opinion about stuff like this. Like, you know, the idea of whether or not girls or guys can be friends, depending on your personal confidence, you will have one extreme or the other on that idea. I think if some guys feel like they don't have options, every girl that comes within a foot of them, they think they should date them, right? If you don't
that's
have
true.
confidence or options, you're like, oh, why would I not fuck my friend? You know, like that's. But then if you don't look at it like a scarce resource, then you don't think about sex every girl you meet. You know what I mean? So I think
You don't?
I think in the same way where it feels like
It depends on how juicy they
where
look.
you're confident about yourself in that like oh yeah, like for relationships, I think if you look at your current relationship as this is the best I will get and the closest I'll have to like being happy in that way, you will never let it go no matter what the fuck's going wrong. I think that's more the issue because then you're way more concerned about like, oh, is she cheating? Is she not? But then if you just if you're secure with yourself, she cheats, it's over, cool, moving on. You know what I mean? Like
That's true.
You just keep going. But
Yeah.
then some people don't have that situation in their mind.
So they can't let it go.
Yeah,
That's a big one.
we've all been there.
Also, we're only talking about our boy right here and then his girl. We haven't talked about the other dude. The other dude knows what he's doing. The other dude who's texting.
Well, that could be different if depending on how she describes her relationship to him, though.
Yeah, that's true.
exactly though.
He doesn't care. He wants me to have friends like you. Who knows?
They said they met at a wedding party.
They met mutual. The guy was also at the wedding, and then apparently, you know, like he's aware that she's attached. Are the words that he wrote?
Attached or like dating or what does that mean?
All right, plot twist.
Weird thing.
He's gay.
The other guy,
Yeah.
There you go. I like that.
or our guy.
Oh, that's why girls are bored of them.
That's a rule. That's a better
plot twist.
That's a better plot twist.
Matrix.
Girls love gay guys. Who would never be bored with him?
Either way you look at it though, what she's doing is not the normal appropriate thing for a relationship. And if you just happen to not be that kind of guy, then you don't need to be in this. That's it.
Yeah.
But then some guys that works, it's fine.
I
It's
think
not
I-
threatening.
Because morning till night talk for 2 weeks is pretty crazy.
That's
Because
wild,
there are
dude.
guys out
I can't think
there-
of anybody I would talk to all day like that.
It's weird for most people,
In
but
any capacity.
yeah, but
Texting?
some people really don't care.
I mean, yeah, because there's people with open relationships too. So they're full blown fucking other people.
Or there's just
and they're
people that are kind of obliviously like doing things like this, and both people just never thought of it. You know what I mean? Like sometimes people just don't think about that.
I think a more mature way to handle it is go on her phone, text the guy, say let's meet up, get a couple of your boys, and you meet them at a parking lot, and you just duel it out, dude. Winner take all. That's what you say.
Like Lionheart the movie. Okay.
Winner take all. He loses. He's got to give up his girl.
Friend, yeah, that's another way you can handle it.
But honestly, I don't think it's safe. I don't think it's good. You're thinking too much about it now. Okay, Bubba? That guy's a no-go, man. You tell her straight up. Fuck no. Fuck off.
He said because he's been cheated on before, and I think that's the key word is that chip is there.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't understand that, like, oh, this is your chip, and doesn't help like compensate for that, then they don't get what they're doing. Like,
It
you
is
guys don't
kind of
understand. You gotta
immature
work
for
with each
her-
other's chips.
for her to be like, well, I'm a different person, so you got to reset that and treat me different.
Yeah, no.
It's like, bro, you knew that this guy had trauma.
Yeah, if he's carrying that and she
Yeah.
knows, like, you gotta be extra sensitive to it.
And she's not willing to do that for him, then, dude, she's a no-go.
Unless she looks hella juicy.
But that's
And you
even,
got to fight for that bitch.
that's even worse. Then I'll.
Then you gotta
definitely-
fight. You gotta do my plan.
I'll go hook, straight, and an uppercut.
Yeah.
It looks more like, you know what, how some girls and guys do this, but like when you are like upset at somebody that you're with and you know their chip, so you do their chip. Ooh. That's what this looks more like.
That's maniacal.
Because if they know each other and she knows what he went through and she's still doing it,
That's
she's
called
trying to, like-
toxic, I think.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
I
You
usually don't
can't-
throw that word around, but I think that sounds
That
it's
is
like
toxic.
if you know your girl was like physically abused by her ex, right?
And you just keep doing this.
Exactly. Like you gotta have the sense to not be, you know, like.
That's so cruel.
Because this is the emotional version of that.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm not cheating, but I'm doing this.
I'm on the line. She's stepping on the line.
Hey, don't do that.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Dude, I'd be scared as fuck.
I'd flinch though.
There's one extra thing that's written here. It said would like to have the Colleen's op on it as well. Unfortunately, Colleen's not here, but if you guys were Colleen, what do you think she would say?
Colleen's opinion would be way more harsh than ours.
She'd probably be like, she shouldn't be fucking talking to him in the first place.
I think she'd be mad at both of them.
Yeah.
She's like, stop being a pussy.
Yeah. You stop being a bitch and you stop being an asshole. It'd be like that, yeah.
That would be it.
Which is the most clearest answer ever.
Well, we wish you good luck.
We'll be alright.
That's what we think.
No matter how it shakes out, you'll be alright.
You would deserve to end up with someone else with the same wavelength. You shouldn't have to worry about this part.
Find a very quiet and submissive.
When you are with the,
Be a passport bro.
just like me, dude.
Go to
Go to
Colombia.
a poor island country
Yeah.
and get an immigrant.
And then they're gonna divorce you, and they're gonna be like, what happened?
Just
What
Your
happened?
piece.
What happened to us?